What if I told you a fight between Alex Pereira and Ciryl Gane could quietly become one of the most profitable UFC events ever? And most fans aren't even thinking about the real money involved. We're talking potential hundreds of million pay-per-view sales, sponsorships, VIP political money, streaming deals, and fighter paydays that could completely change careers. The fights of the fighters might actually make less than you think. By the end of this video, I'll break down exactly how much this fight could really be worth and who would actually profit the most.
Let's understand why this matchup would attract insane attention. On one side, you have Alex Pereira, arguably one of the biggest knockout artists in combat sports today, former kickboxing monster turned UFC superstar. On the other side,
Ciryl Gane, a heavyweight technician with elite movement and massive international appeal. Now imagine this fight attached to a huge political media spectacle. Suddenly, this stops being just a fight event. And events are where the real money starts. Let's start with the biggest cash machine. If this became a mega event, especially with political headlines and global media attention, pay-per-view.
Let's understand why this matchup would attract insane attention. On one side, you have Alex Pereira, arguably one of the biggest knockout artists in combat sports today, former kickboxing monster turned UFC superstar. On the other side,
Ciryl Gane, a heavyweight technician with elite movement and massive international appeal. Now imagine this fight attached to a huge political media spectacle. Suddenly, this stops being just a fight event. And events are where the real money starts. Let's start with the biggest cash machine. UFC could realistically push between 800,000 and 1.5 million buys. And yes, that number sounds crazy, but unusual events sell. People who don't even watch UFC suddenly become curious. Pereira versus Gane at a historic venue? What is going on? At roughly $80 per purchase, we could to well over $100 million in PPV revenue alone.
the ticket prices might actually be even crazier. Normal view, if this became an ultra-exclusive event, think celebrities, politicians, in-house executives. They could hit 5 figures, possibly even more.
Imagine premium packages, private hospitality, luxury access. One night could generate millions. A massive Pereira versus Gane spectacle could attract betting companies, energy drinks, crypto brands, apparel companies, streaming platforms.
Everybody wants visibility. Why? Because millions of eyes means millions of potential customers. Even the during the broadcast, the fighter partner should quietly generate tens of millions. Most fans think fighters get rich from these mega events. Reality? The UFC usually keeps a huge share of the revenue. Where we include fight purse, bonuses, sponsorships, and PPV points.
Ciryl Gane could also land a career-defining payday. But compared to boxing, Beaversville, it might still feel surprisingly low. And this is where UFC becomes fascinating as a business. Promotion often walks away with the biggest piece of the pie.
Sorry.
So what's the final number? How much could Alex Pereira versus Ciryl Gane actually be worth? Pay-per-view, streaming rights.
Everything aligned, sponsors, luxury ticket pricing, streamable media rights. This fight could realistically become a tens of millions, possibly over $100 million event.
Sally. And that's exactly why combat sports isn't just entertainment anymore, you know? It's hard to sell. Or is this what I want to know, or is this fight being overrated? But it's business. But here's what I want to know. Do you think Pereira versus Gane would actually sell, or is this fight being overrated?